go.
All right. Welcome to the Non-Stuffy Attorneys podcast. Today I have Christopher Small with us from the CMS law firm. Welcome, dude. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you too. Happy
All
I can
right.
make it.
Yeah. Likewise. So tell me a little bit about your firm. You do estate planning and probate, and you got an accounting practice, right?
Yep. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's see. You want the longer version or the shorter version?
Do
Not
whatever you
super
want.
long.
Whatever you want.
All right. I'll tell you my law firm ownership timeline. So, um, I passed the bar in 2005. So I've been practicing for 20 years. Um, Opened my first law firm in 2009. It was a criminal defense, personal injury, traffic ticket. So like basically if you're got in trouble in cars, I was helping you. A lot of DUIs, a lot of car accidents, a lot of traffic tickets. Um, Sold that firm in 2015 and opened sort of the current iteration of my firm, which we do estate planning and probate. We have, I think, I have 3 attorneys working for me, some, 4 paralegals, some customer service people, some video people. We're gonna do like one. We had a really good month this month, so like 1.3 maybe this year. So cool, good firm. As a part of sort of having some of the success with my law firm, I was trying to find somebody that could do my books and give me tax strategies that I could actually like implement and not be told about at tax time. I couldn't find anybody good. So, like attorneys are sort of notoriously bad at customer service. So are accounting professionals. So I hired a bookkeeper in-house, kind of created some systems and stuff like that to get my books done consistently and effectively. And because I own businesses, I was like, let's make this a business. So about a little over a year ago, opened up Big Bird Accounting, which is the name of my accounting firm. So we help service-based businesses, mostly a lot of law firms, as you might expect, because that's sort of my sort of niche. And that's what we do.
Nice.
Yeah.
So so you sold your previous practice. How'd that go down? Because we got at cause law office and we're doing pretty good. We're on track to hit 5 million this year. And always wondering what the hell this thing is what's it even worth,
Yeah.
you know?
So okay. So yes, I sold it, but it wasn't like I put it out there on the market. So what happened was I had originally opened the firm just by myself, and so I sold it in 2015. I think like in 2014, I had somebody that came in as like a partner and kind of bought in for half. And then I decided that I didn't want to do that anymore. Basically, I wanted to switch practice areas is what I wanted to do. I just did not, for several different reasons. There's just really good money in estate planning is one of them. Um, no court, right? Flat fees, relatively repeatable process, so that's why. And so basically what I told him was like, look, I can go I can go try to see if somebody wants to buy my half or you can buy my half. Because it was sellable. So, like we had consistent ads running, we had systems, we had people. So it was something that had value, but I just gave him the opportunity to buy me out. And it wasn't like I didn't get rich or anything off of it. I could have bought like a relatively nice car, essentially. So it wasn't like
Yeah.
because I really was just trying to get out, and make it a smooth transition. We were on good terms, so I just tried to make it like pretty simple. I think he paid me a certain amount of money, and then I caught like a percentage of the PI cases that settled over time. So
Mhm.
it maybe is like 100 grand, but not nothing crazy. So
Yeah. So that was in 2014, you said?
2015 is when I when that ended and like literally, so like December 30th, 2015, I was a DUI attorney. January 1, 2016, I was an estate planning attorney. So like we closed the books and I made the move.
Did you have everything all set up? Your new LLC, all that stuff, like
Yeah,
just
so I
ready to
had that
go,
stuff
ready to
set
turn.
up. Yep. But I had no network. I had no I had been sort of like learning estate planning for the previous, I don't know, 4 months or so, just like diving into treatises and, boring attorney stuff to try to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I started making content and off to the races.
So okay. So you started making content, social media content.
Yep.
All right. What'd that look like?
I made at that time, so I've been making content since I think my first video is 2009. So I've been making videos since 2009. This particular at that particular time in 2016, I know one of the things that I did, because this was before shorts, this was before Instagram Reels, none of that stuff existed. It's basically like long form, horizontal videos. So I think I made 75 videos in 75 days is what I did. That was like my goal. And I just, anything you could talk about estate planning, I just made it. And it was
Mhm.
also, I didn't have an editor. There were no captions, I just cut the front and the back off and uploaded it to Facebook, to YouTube for sure. I don't know if there were many other, and I pulled the audio out and it was a podcast. So those three things I did for sure. And then I've just been creating a lot of content ever since then.
Okay. Is that driving business for you?
Yeah. So it drives a lot of business. I do some advertising too. So off of the content is I do some advertising. So I do some
So
Google ads
you
too.
pull shorts from it? Is that what you mean?
I record the shorts separately.
Okay.
I record long videos. I do like one long video a week, and I'll do a short video every day.
Okay. What's considered a long video?
Anything over 3 minutes.
Okay.
Also, I call the long videos like the horizontal ones. So like when you put those up on YouTube and they don't show up in the shorts
Yeah.
section, basically
Yeah. Okay. So you do one of them a week, and then you film a short every day.
every day. I don't film them every
Nice.
day, but I put one out every day.
Yeah.
I'll do
Yeah.
a few in a day or whatever. I'll batch them sometimes. If I'm
Yeah.
feeling crazy, I'll just do like 10,
Yeah. Um, you have many followers?
I don't know what you would describe as many. Like on my YouTube
Yeah.
channel, I think I have like almost 12,000 subscribers on my estate planning channel.
That's good for YouTube.
I think of maybe 10,000 for Instagram. TikTok is like 28,000, 29,000. So, it's super nichey. Whenever
Mhm.
I talk to, because I have some law firm owner friends or just service business friends, I always tell them like the follower count is helpful, but I would prefer leads booked. I prefer
Yeah.
booked meetings over followers. So my content is not like I'm not screeching in, I'm literally turn the camera on and I'll teach something about estate planning or probate and people just like it.
Yeah. Do you use a call to action at the end of the videos?
In my short ones I don't usually. In
Uh-huh.
my long ones I'll just mention like literally if you want to talk more just go to the web address, go to cmslawfirm.com.
Mhm.
Same with Big Bird. I'm doing the same type of content for Big Bird too, so same thing. What I will do though is like on Facebook and Instagram, if you watch some of my content, I will send you some more targeted, hot, salesy type of ads, that really try to get people to take action. So the goal with the just the plain content ones is just make a connection, establish trust, teach something cool, you know, and if they want to find you, like they know how to, they know how to click through and if they're really interested. So try to keep all the CTAs, all the salesy stuff to a minimum. I don't
Yeah.
even introduce myself most of the time on the shorts in particular. I'll just talk. I'll just do the thing.
Y-
Like
Yeah.
maybe at the end, but people, I don't know if people make it to the end that often even. So,
Right. Right.
yep.
Yeah. That's essentially what we've done a lot of that. We got like around 30,000 on TikTok. Um,
Okay.
and that's driven a decent amount of business for us. It's not a ton, but decent amount.
Yep.
Our other platforms, we don't have that many, maybe 1,000, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
But yeah, my wife, she's the managing attorney. She films almost every day, 5 to 10 minutes at the end of the day, just on her
Yep.
iPhone, super raw,
Yep.
just slap
That's
on
what
some
mine's like.
captions.
Yep.
Honestly, I think it's what people want, right? They want
It
the
is.
authenticity now, you know?
Yeah, the other thing that's nice about the about creating content like that all the time is it gives you just more opportunities to be found, because
Hmm.
typically the videos that you're making are going to be relatively specific topics that people will specifically search for to look for the answers. And so then when you pop up, you have just met them right where they are. That's why the
Yeah,
followers and stuff aren't as important because like in estate planning, people come in, they come out, they have problems, they don't. It's not like they're people want to know a new estate planning, you know, nugget every day and unless they're just nerds, but
right,
but so you just want to be there to show up for people when they're interested, what you're talking about. So it's been
right,
helpful for
right.
sure.
Yeah, we have a mastermind group for our non-stuffy attorneys marketing agency, and we had one today, and social media came up. We were talking about it a bit, and it the social media actually really builds credibility. Um, when we first started our law firm, I have a sales and marketing background, and I was always taught that you need to do surveys before doing marketing, right? You need to find out what the public likes, dislikes, how do you position yourself, this and that.
Yeah.
So we had started our firm in May of 2020, like we had just moved to Florida. We didn't know anybody, no network.
Yeah.
My wife is like super attractive, very outgoing. And so the plan was for her to go out and network. That was what we were going to do.
Okay.
Well, fucking COVID hit, and it was like,
Oh, yeah.
sorry, you're not going to be
Yep.
networking now. Um, and I read over 1,000 Google reviews of estate planning attorneys, and just did a survey on it, kept tally marks, right? Well, what was being repeated over and over? I read the 5 stars and the 1 stars. There's three things. One was that the attorney communicated.
My kids are coming in here. Sorry about that.
You're all good, dude. How many you got of them?
Jesus, 5. They're not all 5 here, but there's 2 of them right there. So,
So you're adventurous. I'm
gosh.
one of five. I'm one of
Are
five
you?
myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a wild house.
Yeah, it's Wild House. So,
How
and
old are they?
we have 15, 14, 12, not 11, 9.
Oh, dude, that's great. They're all like kind of
So,
in the
oh yeah,
same.
they're all fun,
sa-
but they're just bananas, It's
You just
summertime,
gave,
and so they're just
dude. You just gave that dad look. Like, dude,
I
you
did.
motherfucker.
I did. I was like, I'm doing this podcast. Don't come into my office, you know? First thing they do, into the
Yeah.
office. Man.
Oh, I love
So
it.
sorry to
Yeah, dude. It's
sorry to
all
break
good.
break up there.
I
But
love it. I love it.
yeah.
Um,
So COVID, you guys, I'm guessing, started creating content or something like that, just in lieu of networking.
yeah, in lieu of networking, but the Google reviews, dude, that was the
Oh, the
that was
Google
the
reviews.
key.
That's right.
That was the key thing, man. I found out three key things. The first one was that the attorney communicated, right? They answered the phones, they returned phone calls. The 1 stars, it was like the attorneys ghosted me. I can't get in touch with them.
Yep.
No one answered the phone. No one called. It takes a week to get a response. All this stuff. Um, the next thing was that the attorney was relatable. They were down to earth. They were just like them. That's how we came up with the non-stuffy attorneys brand, right?
Yep. Yep.
That one key point, and that really molded the firm, like our culture, right? We're walking around in sweatshirts and jeans and shit all day, and
Yep.
got dogs running around, and And then the last thing, and this is how it ties in with social media, is that the attorney was knowledgeable, competent,
Good.
professional. They knew what they were doing. And so when you're, you know, a lot of people have a ton of back off on posting, putting up videos, right? They're
Yep.
self-conscious, introverted, whatever. Um, but all these prospects that you get, if they're not signing up right away, and even if they do sign up right away, if they're booking a consult with you, they're checking you out. They're going on
Yep.
your social media accounts. They're looking. They're researching. Like a lot
For
of
sure.
people, the internet, it's a total research tool. So you get one attorney, you get a prospect who books 3 consults and 2 of them have no presence at all. And then one, you're seeing pictures of them with their kids and they're at a sporting event and then they're talking about a trust and they're
Yep.
like real, they're relatable, they know what they're doing, they're obviously communicating, they know what they're doing, right? You're going to go with them all day long.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, isn't it ironic just like how low the bar is to be successful? You just gotta show up on time and like be responsive, be nice, and know what you're talking about. Like, it's not that high of a bar, but it's so hard for people to get there. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Unfortunately, some people, I don't know if they just have like a big head because they're an attorney and they've got all this schooling and all this knowledge and they kind of like elevate themselves a bit, right?
Right.
Where like, oh, because I'm an attorney, I don't need to do this stuff. Almost like a surgeon, right? Like,
Yep.
like, oh, they have this clout, so I don't need to do this shit. When you do, right?
For sure. I
You
think I watched like too many lawyer shows, or something. It's like it's also like, I talk to people and I'm like, you don't have to be like crazy busy all the time. Like you can create your business so that like you're not always like on fire. Like it's okay. I'll talk to people that are like, oh, because I used to I used to do like some like when I started my law firm, I started a blog about starting a law firm. Okay, it's back in 2009. I really just wanted to like capture my experiences, talk about what was working for me, and it was really so that like now I could look back and go, I was so stupid, what I was doing or afraid of or whatever. Well, people started reading that, and so like I like had like a group of law firm owners for a while that like we would hang out and stuff, and I get people in there and they're like how much like I'm so busy. Like I don't have any time to do anything. I'm like, well, how much money did you make this month? They're like 8 grand. I'm like, what? It's impossible that you are busy right now. It is
yeah, right.
impossible. It is impossible that you are not unless you're just out there shaking
Well, they're
hands and
charging
kissing
like they're
babies.
charging like $200 for a full estate
Some
plan or something.
yeah. I'm like, even then though, if you're charging 200, then give them a $200 effort. I mean,
Yeah,
real talk, right? It's like what is like this saying, you can have things fast, cheap, or good. Like
yeah,
pick two,
hmm
fast, cheap, or good. It can be fast and cheap, not very good. It can be cheap and good, but it's not going to be very fast.
yeah,
You know, it can be fast and good, but it's not going to be cheap. You know, so just pretty wild, pretty wild. But that's why I love being in law. That's why, although in accounting it's a little bit more competitive, there's a little bit more sort of I don't know sharkiness, not in a bad way. Just people are a little more sophisticated. You have bigger companies that you're kind of competing against. But man, estate planning and probate for sure. It's like you know you just got to do those three things. If you're doing PI, if you're doing criminal defense, okay, you got some killers in there. You know, business wise, like you're
hmm
competing against some people that will spend some money that are sophisticated. It's a harder deal, you
That's
know.
what I've heard. That's what I've
It
heard.
is.
Yeah.
It is crazy. Well, there's more money there too, you know, like at least in the shorter term, you know. PI you're competing for, you can make $1 million on one case. That's going to draw a certain type of person, I think, that wants all those
Mhm.
$1 million cases. So
So you were doing PI?
we were doing PI, but not like that, you know. I mean, we were just doing, like I said, we were doing mostly car accident cases, mostly. I wasn't doing any Google ads for PI, so that was all content based. And you know, we would, you know, we probably sign up a couple cases a week. So it was good business, but they weren't big cases by any means. You know,
What
they're
would
just
be
to
the
serve you.
average what would be the average fee that you would
You know,
collect on them?
if we got like 40K from a like a K from a as an award for the client, you know. But again, that's also, you know, something, one of those types of cases are pretty systematized, you know, like there's just sort of a path that you follow for those. So,
Mhm.
you know, it was good. It was good. It was fine business, but I just didn't like what I want. The one thing that I love about estate planning from like just my own personal standpoint is no, at least the way that we do estate planning and the way that we do probate, no one is ever really coming to us in crisis. You
Yeah.
know, they're almost, even if somebody dies, they're still just like, can you help us with these assets? Like, we're not doing any litigation, no contentious type of stuff. They're just happy to get some help with the process. You know, they're sad because they lost somebody, but it's not like they're not in stress. You know,
Mhm.
they're not like in real like dire straits. Same with estate
Mhm.
planning, you know? It's like I have a family and I want to take care of them. Okay, let's go. You know,
Yeah. Are you doing any Medicaid stuff?
uh, very rarely. So if we get the right call and it's like a slam dunk easy, we're doing like we'll do some advanced Medicaid type of planning, you know,
Mhm.
like they want to just take care of this in the far future. We don't do any of that like, oh,
You don't do any of the
grandma's going in
crisis?
the no,
Yeah.
no, no, because it's also kind of separate area anyway. I just didn't really want to try to figure that out. So,
Yeah,
you know,
we got into it a little over about a year and a half ago. We got into
okay,
it. We hired a super experienced
yeah,
Medicaid specialist, right? Because
yep.
yeah, dude, learning all of it is like it's a nightmare
It's a good business, and you know, it's helpful for people, but there's plenty of people that just need regular estate plans too.
for sure.
You know,
For sure.
I'm like, we're
Yeah.
just gonna do this. We'll be fine. You know, so
Are you
I,
do
I yeah.
is most of your business estate planning or probate?
It's mostly estate planning. It's mostly estate planning. It dep
Mhm.
it the probate, it depends, like, this month, we had a lot of probate cases sign up, but wasn't it wasn't the norm necessarily. Like, we have steady probate months, but then we'll have just a time where everybody calls and everybody wants to sign up, you know?
Yeah.
So, we'll have runs like that sometimes.
Yeah, we're about 70% of our business is probate right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanna get the Medicaid up much higher because that's a higher ticket item. We're selling it we average around 12 grand for that.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
That's nice.
yeah. Google ads on it are a nightmare though. Total nightmare.
Competitive or hard?
Uh, not competitive, not competitive, but no matter how we set up our landing pages, no matter how clear we make it that we don't that it's for, skilled long-term care, nursing care, right? We're still get the majority of the calls are for, regular insurance, doctor visits, prescriptions.
Oh.
And it's
You just
like,
have you have a tough time weeding out the people that are, like, looking for literal Medicaid help, like, just
y-
answers to their Medicaid questions.
right. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
I need to see the doctor. It's like, come on,
yep,
dude. You just went
yep.
to a landing page that says
Right.
it's like two
We
old
don't do that.
people.
Tom,
Yeah. It's like,
we are not doctors. Like, they don't care,
right.
right? They're just still calling. Yep.
Oh my god. We actually had to set up a answering service just for that phone line, just the week because it
Oh,
was
I
just
bet.
too many calls a
Yep.
day, just wasting time. And those
You
a
get
lot of those
yeah.
people they're like non sequitur. They start talking, rambling about, and then next thing you know, one of my intake staff are on a 30-minute call with somebody who just needs. It's
Totally.
like, get out of here.
Yes. It's like free therapy session, you know?
Right, right.
Yep.
And then I'm yelling at my intake staff for being on the phone too long with them, and it's
Right.
a nightmare.
Yep.
But yeah, it's not competitive. It's not competitive. It's just a matter of, you have to spend a decent amount. It's still very, very profitable. I think we're at
Yeah.
like 700% ROI on those
Nice.
ads.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a cycle.
That is hard though, because you're still paying for those clicks probably, right? I mean, if you're just a traditional Google
Yep.
ad. Yeah.
Yep. Still paying for it. Still paying for it. I mean, like I said, it's still profitable.
Yep.
Still very profitable. It's just
Yeah.
a lot of manpower to handle it. And we spend a lot on ads.
Yep.
So, we get around 1,200 calls a month. Um,
Okay. That's a
yeah,
lot.
it is a lot. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's crazy.
It's hard though
We
too.
had,
It's impossible. You can't really do much about it. It's kind of like, even not so much with probate, but there is a certain percentage of probate calls that you either just can't help them, they don't even need help. But then they just don't know, So they then
right.
like I was telling my team, sometimes they get frustrated. Oh, we have this bad. We have a run of 5 bad calls in a row. I'm like, look, that's just like we want people to call us. Like we can't get the good ones if we don't talk to the people that we can't help. And it's not like the people are intentionally trying to waste your time.
They're not like,
They're
oh, I'm going to fuck with CMS law
no,
today
right,
and call about,
exactly, exactly. Especially with the probate stuff, they just don't, they don't know. Somebody died, they don't know what to do. You
you
know,
know,
it's like they have no assets. They're 50K in debt. Should they open a probate? It's like, well, no, you shouldn't open a probate. Okay, you don't need to open a probate, but they don't know that. So like, you got to kind of give them a little grace.
yeah, yeah.
With
We,
these Medicaid ones, I would be like, "Bro, did you read the did you read the webpage? Did you
I know
see?"
I had to hire the answering service. I had to just
Yeah.
like not even listen to those calls anymore.
Mm-mm.
It was like, I was like, okay, they can handle it. Any qualified person, then they route the call, they
Yeah.
live transfer it over. But, because I was answering, anytime the phone rings to me, it's like, okay, our whole intake team is busy. So I'm going to,
Right.
phones calls going to voicemail is like the worst thing in the world.
Yep.
So I'm picking it up and I'm talking to some bum, some homeless guy. And I'm like, oh my God, dude.
Right, because with those kind of keywords too, I bet you get some
Some gnarly
interesting
people.
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get some gnarly people calling up.
Yeah. And then it's like, if you can't help them, then they're mad at you, right? Like,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, like,
Like,
why are you
yeah,
wasting
they
their
get mad
time?
at you. It's like, motherfucker, I just spent
Right.
$125 for you to call me.
Right, right. It's like, why are you advertising Medicaid help if you can't even help me, you guys? Huh? Come on.
Oh,
Gosh.
yeah. What a joke.
Yep.
Yeah. We have non-attorney salespeople, and someone signed up, sold a probate last week, and then, after they sell it, it goes to the attorney, and the attorney does
Mhm.
the design meeting and all that stuff. And fucking every single account had beneficiaries on it. It's just like, oh
Yep.
man, every single one. Nothing needed to go through probate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have non-attorneys doing your estate planning stuff too? Or just the probate, all of it? Like how are you guys set up there?
The consultations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They do all the consultations, Medicaid, state planning, probate. They're just, they're taught not to give legal advice.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, they're finding out what their problem is. Build a relationship with them, build a rapport with them, ask them kind of leading questions.
Yep.
You know, and then it's like, okay, all right, you want to avoid probate? That's like the main thing. You want to make sure you don't get caught up in the court system. Well, yeah, yeah, that's what I. okay, good. So our attorney recommends that you do a full trust plan, and
Got it.
here's everything that it includes. This is the price, and then yeah, and then collect payment on it. And honestly, these guys are way better salespeople than our attorneys. Way better,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. My attorneys
They
do all
want to
this.
do sales.
Yeah. My attorneys do all the selling for me, but I spend a tremendous amount of time training them
That's
ongoing.
good. Yeah, yeah, yes.
We have sales
Ongoing
meetings 3
is the
times a
key.
week, yeah, where we go
Yeah,
through stuff and, you know, then when they start, I've did scripts and everything that they learn, you know? So,
yeah. You
yeah.
have to. It's an
Yeah.
ongoing process. Like these guys, every morning they for 5 to 10 minutes they're doing role playing,
Yep.
handling objections, overcoming them, and yeah, every single day. It's 100% ongoing
Yeah.
process. They have to stay fresh, and
Totally.
yeah, it's been wild. It's been
Yep.
wild
You guys,
as we've grown.
how many attorneys do you guys have in your place?
We have two in house,
Okay.
and we
Yep.
have one of counsel,
Okay.
kind of two of counsel.
Yep.
Um, we're very paralegal and legal assistant heavy.
Yeah. Especially if you're doing a ton of probates, those don't need as much attorney involvement, you know? Maybe
Right.
it's like more oversight than actually, you know, like in the weeds. You don't need to review a
Exactly.
petition to open a probate most of the time very
Right.
thoroughly because it's just, you know, it's a process. So that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love probates. You guys get Florida, you guys get a you don't get a percentage, do you? You just have to bill.
No, we do.
Oh, you do see that's what we don't get that here. That's what
You
sucks.
don't. You are you not allowed to?
No.
You're not even allowed to.
No.
Oh my god.
No, there's no like there's no like statutory provision. We're not allowed to. I do flat fees though still for my probates. Um so
Is it specifically like outlawed to charge in? Is it like in?
it is so I haven't looked at the rule for a very, very, very long time, but I think the way that it works is it what is the way it's defined is the types of cases that you can do contingency on, and probate is not one of them. So it's like a
Well,
PI, like a
contingency is
personal injury
different than a
case.
contingency is different than a percentage.
No, contingent. Well, that's what I'm referring to is like, you know, like we're gonna take a percentage of the oh as a fee. Yeah, so not a contingency, but as a percentage of the case, like
Hmm.
we're not allowed to do that. So, and it's
So
hard because yeah.
you couldn't say to them, okay, so you have a prospect calls you up, the state's $1 million. You can't say to them, well, our firm charges 3% of the estate value, so the legal fee is 30 grand.
So, if I were going to do that, what I would do is just tell them what the fee is, as
Okay.
opposed to we do it by the percentage of the estate. The hard thing though is here, probate is so streamlined. Um, you would not, no one would ever hire you for 30K.
No.
That would be such a non-competitive type of a price because there's no everything is ex parte. You don't even have to go to court. Nothing. So, you know, like once assuming it's a
We generally don't either.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we just I mean, yeah, I don't know.
How quick is the process?
Well, so there's a creditor claim period in there, you know, that's 4 months for us.
4. Okay.
But we could be yeah, it's 4. So, but we could be done in 6, you know.
Yeah.
Take you 3 weeks to kind of maybe get everything set up and get your letters, run the process, do the distributions, assuming that the you know executor is moving
Mhm.
quickly and doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah, we can turn them over pretty fast. And you have a whole that whole 4 months, you're not really doing much anyway. You're just waiting, you know,
Right.
monitoring the court file or whatever. So
Yeah, ours
Yeah.
is about 6 to 12 months.
Okay.
Yeah, about 6 to 12
Ours is
months.
on average, ours is probably like 9. You know, it's probably like 7 to 9 on average.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
somebody's
4
trying to
months is a
sell a
long
house.
time for
Yeah.
that's a long creditor period.
Yep. Yep.
Man, that's a shame. So what are your average fees on that?
We're like 6K for a
Okay.
probate. So,
So we have summary and formal probates. Summary is for
okay.
less than 75K, generally takes about 3 months. Uh, and then formals are 6 to 12 months. For summaries, we charge 3,500. Formals, our minimum is 6,500 or 3%, whichever is greater.
Okay. Yep.
And yeah, so our average fee is about 7,400
Okay.
right now
Yeah.
for both of them.
Yep. See,
So
we don't
not far
do
off from you.
this is how it's streamlined it is here. If you're under 100K here, you can fill out just a form called a small estate affidavit and take it to the bank and they will cut you a check. You don't even go through the court. There's not even any this document is not even filed with the court.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. It's wild. We
Yeah.
can do it if you own a house. There's something called a lack of probate affidavit that you can just record and sell the house. You don't even have to open a probate.
No shit.
Yeah. So
That's wild.
sometimes those things don't work just with the facts, you know, of like a particular case. But yeah, it's pretty streamlined here. You get like even with our like sort of formal probate process, once you open the probate, we have something called non-intervention powers, which is sort of like the PR can just do whatever they want. So once non-intervention powers are granted, you don't ever have to talk to or with the court again.
Hmm.
You just make all the distributions. When the case is done, you just file a declaration of completion that just tells the world the case is closed and then it closes. So the court doesn't even review anything or approve anything or do anything. It's just it's all done by the PR. So that that that's how we do it here.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Remind me what state you're in?
Washington.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're in Seattle. I'm in Kirkland, which is a suburb of Seattle, basically.
Yeah. Are you guys all remote?
No. So I the my the attorneys are here. Two of the attorneys are here. My executive assistant is here. One of my attorneys is actually in Florida, and then everybody else is virtual.
Okay.
So
How do you like that?
I love it. It's been that
Yeah.
way for a long time. So we did, and even the attorneys, they're in. I have two offices. They're in this office on Mondays, and they're in my other office on Thursdays, and they work from home the other days.
Okay.
So it
Yeah,
works pretty well.
I can't hang with the remote. We got a couple people. We got three of our staff, two that work remote, one that's hybrid, and the rest of them are here.
In the
Yeah,
office.
we got around close to 30 people. We're hiring
Okay.
someone else on part time here this week too. Um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm a control freak a little bit. I want to. Yeah.
You definitely have to give up some of that. You know, we
Hmm.
have. I'm I'm a pretty big systems nerd. So like we have all of our stuff is pretty dialed in as far as like who should be doing what, when, where, and so it's and I set it up too so like everybody kind of works with everybody. So like it's not like one paralegal and one attorney work together all the time. They the paralegal works with all of the attorneys all the time, and then the attorney also works with all of the paralegals all the time. So it's really hard for somebody to kind of go rogue or not show up because it's not just one person that notices it. Everybody kind of
Yeah,
notices it, you know?
That's smart.
And yeah, and then, we have team meetings 3 times a week, and, I just tell everybody, "Look, you're adults, you know, you can work, and it's gonna be awesome. I'll treat you super good. But if you don't, then, you know, there
Yeah.
are other jobs out there." So, and everybody's been with the attorneys are pretty new. One of the attorneys has been with me for about 18 months. The other 2 have been here about 6 months. So, I also find with the remote people, they work hard and they stick around for a long time. As
Mm.
long as long if, at least in my opinion, as long as I try to treat them fairly, pay them well, and just give them a good place to work. People
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. That's what, that's essentially what we're doing too. Um, we pay our guys really well. They make
Yeah,
well above market value, right? That they could get like well above, but we also we demand a lot.
yeah,
Um, we put a lot on their plate. We demand that they make decisions and have great products, great customer service. But we also have like a super light and fun work environment.
yeah.
Super light and fun. Yeah, we have parties all the time. Almost every week we're giving lunch to these guys, and every birthday is celebrated. We just had a birthday today, Stephanie's. Every time there's a birthday, there's lunch and cake, and
Yep.
it's a big
That's cool.
deal. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. We took everyone to Busch Gardens earlier this year
Okay.
for our
Nice.
5 year anniversary. That was wild.
Yeah.
That was wild.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people to be
You're telling me.
going around with.
Dude, that bill was
Sure.
that was a nice bill.
Yeah. That's amazing. What,
Tickets, front
yeah.
of the line passes, all that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you gotta get those. You gotta get the fast pass.
You
You
have
know,
to. It's
you can't
like
just be, no, you can't be
sitting in line
doing,
for fucking 45 minutes. Get
no,
out of here.
absolutely not. We did that. We went to, not the team. I took we went to, Austin for spring break just to kind of chill. We went down to SeaWorld in San Antonio, which was like pretty fun. We got on the first ride and I'm like, there's a fast pass lanes right next to it. There's a lady there. I'm like, how do we get these fast passes? She's like, you just get up on the app and get them. And I was like, let's go.
Yep,
It
done.
took me 10 minutes and I was like, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, and they're usually expensive too. They're usually like the
But
cost of a ticket, sometimes even more,
yeah,
but it's worth it. Like
we've been on
100%.
10 times the rides that we could have gone on. We did like, it's just the whole day is way more fun because you're not just sitting in line, like baking in
The
the
waiting
sun.
is
Yeah.
the waiting is brutal. Yeah, baking in the sun. Yeah, we have Disney World here. We got Universal Studios. We got Busch
Yeah. You
Gardens.
guys
We
got
used
all,
to go to Disney. Yeah, we used to go to Disney quite a bit. Our daughter got a little bit older, and you go there fucking 10 times a year. It starts getting boring.
yep.
But yeah, always had to have it. Always.
Yeah.
You guys theme park people?
No, no, not really. I mean, those type of places are fun. So like a Six Flags or something, where you have
Mhm.
like the big roller coasters. All the kids are old enough where they're ready to go, you know, on those type of things. We don't go that often. There's not a lot around here to do, in that way, but I don't hate it, you know.
Yeah. What are your kids up to?
Oh,
What are they all
they all
involved in?
play sports, they're all just like we got basketball, volleyball, wrestling, cross country, you know. No soccer anymore. No baseball anymore, really. A lot of basketball, a lot of volleyball. So, and wrestling
Are
too.
Who's playing volleyball?
Both of our daughters play volleyball.
How old are they?
So, they're 14 and 12.
Okay. Our daughter's
So,
14, super into volleyball.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah. What positions
yeah.
they play?
You know what? I don't even know. I don't even know. What's the she's like oh, what? It's I always make fun of this.
Back row, front row,
No, what she wants to be is the oh, it's almost like
setter,
a Spanish term. The
libero,
libero.
libero.
That's yes. that's like her the spot that she would love to play. She I think is just like a setter kind of most of the time. She's not like the tallest kid on the team or anything like that.
Mhm.
So she's good though. They just had tryouts today or yesterday. Last night she had tryouts and made one of the teams. It's pretty crazy. Like it's pretty competitive how they do that stuff here. I'm sure it is there too, but it's like she tried out
Super
for
competitive.
a team last night, and they let you know like at the tryout if you made the
Oh,
team. At
wow.
the end,
Wow.
it's like girls coming out there just balling, didn't make the team. But what they yeah, but what they say is you have 48 hours to decide if you want to be on this team. And that's tricky because so yesterday was Tuesday. She had a tryout. She has another tryout on Friday for another team that she wants to be on, but it's outside the window. So you got to kind of ask yourself, like, am I willing to gamble on this? You
Do
know,
you have to pay? You have to pay,
you have
right?
to pay whatever team you pick. Yeah, you have to pay whatever team you're on. You have to pay. Yeah,
But the 48 hours, so they're requiring you to pay
I think
within that
so.
40.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. You got to
Yeah.
sign. You got to do the whole like you got to commit. So I'm pretty sure you do got to pay in that time as well. Yeah, they want you
And it's
locked
usually it's
in
like
basically.
yeah, it's like a few $100 or $1,000 or something like that
Oh, it
usually.
ain't. Yep, yep, for sure.
No,
It's not cheap.
and so
It's,
now you as a dad, it's like, all right. So what do you do in this situation? Okay. She makes this team now. What are you doing?
I just told her like, "What do you?" She's like, "I think I don't know if I'm gonna pick this one or not." And I was like, "Why?" She's like, "Ah, I just got a feeling." I was like, "Look, you got 48 hours. Maybe you'll just think about this a little more thoroughly and make a choice." I'm very much like do whatever you want. It's fine. It's because like I don't necessarily know like the different competitive landscapes of the teams. Some are like a lot harder to make.
Mhm.
Some are not, but I don't really know like how all of the different scenarios run. I just
Yep.
told her like, "Hey, that was awesome. You made the team. Just try hard, whatever you do." And you know, sometimes they say like bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, so you got to really think about you already made a team. So,
Okay, so how about this? Okay. The team that hasn't had the tryout yet, right? She like really okay, she really wants to be on that team. But she tells you today, "Hey, sign me up for this one." So you sign her up, you pay for it.
yeah.
She goes to the new tryout, makes that team, and she's like, "I want to join that team."
This is
What do you do?
well, there's one flaw with your scenario.
She's not going to the tryout.
Correct. Correct. If we make this team, we're dialed in. We're dialed in. The other reason I would do that too, though, is because I'm really like a big proponent of if you make a commitment to something, you're gonna do it. Like that team is not giving a spot out to somebody else because you're taking that spot. So if you back out later, then they don't get to maybe pick the next person in line. Maybe like it becomes this weird domino type of a thing. The only
Yeah.
thing that's easy about in this particular case, the tryout that she has on Friday is for the team that she was on last year. So the chances of her making that team are pretty good, because I think she actually did not make this team last year that she did make yesterday.
Okay.
So I think her chances are pretty good of making the other team, but it's just like you never know. You get a bunch of studs to come in there and just rip it. You know,
I
you're
know,
stuck.
dude. Our daughter, she's at a very competitive club. Very, very it's a high level club, lots of camps, lots of clinics, lots of
Yeah.
training. And she hurt her shoulder um at I think it was in like May. She hurt her shoulder beginning of May, played through it a little bit, but then the last like few tournaments she couldn't play. She was out of commission.
Yep.
And so from uh the second half of May all through June, she didn't practice at all. So she was getting rusty. She was rusty.
Sure.
And then uh mid July was the tryouts for next year.
Yep.
And she's like, she didn't really care. She was like, oh, I'm a lock. I'm a lock for the team. And like, it doesn't matter. They know me, right? All this stuff. She goes to the tryouts and she doesn't make the first team. She made the second team, but she didn't make the first team,
Yeah.
and crushed her. But yeah, I mean, what are you gonna
Like,
do?
look, you got to work. You got to keep going
Yeah,
because there's other people trying to get better.
yeah, yeah. So you guys go into like these huge competitions?
The ones that the tournaments that she plays in, or I don't know if they are going to get bigger now because she was in eighth grade. It was an eighth grade team. Most of the stuff that she did was relatively local. Like we were
Hmm.
driving. It was a few hours away max. Like
Hmm.
no out of state travel. So I don't know if that continues this year or not. So she's probably I think she's probably on like a sort of a middle tier type of a team. She's only been
Hmm.
playing volleyball for like 2 years. So
Is that right?
some of the kids here have been playing since they were like 6 years old. So it's
Yeah.
like they're like literally professional volleyball players. It's kind of wild,
Isn't it
and they're
wild?
6 feet
Like,
tall. You're like,
right.
what are you doing? What?
This 13-year-old 6 feet tall. It's like, holy shit.
Right. Yeah. It's insane. It's insane,
Yeah, or we're close to Orlando, and I think one of the biggest tournaments in the country is there.
Okay.
And we've been to it a couple years. She started playing about 3 years ago. She was a competitive gymnast since she was 4, and
Okay.
then she stopped that and got into this, and that
Yep.
helped out a lot. She's super athletic and
For sure.
coordinated and all
Yep.
that, mostly because of gymnastics. But this tournament in Orlando, there's 300 courts,
That's insane.
300, insane,
Yep.
insane, and it's 300 that are going from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. Right, just
Yep.
I don't know how many teams there are, but thousands. Just
Yep.
insanity.
That's where you also sometimes go like, oh, I thought we were good,
Yeah.
but not that good, you know?
Dude, her team last year they were really good, right? They
Yep.
were really good. They weren't great. They were really good. They would get beat by like some elite teams.
Yeah.
But I remember this tournament in Orlando. Um, so that was the 14s team that she was on. And a few courts over was the 12s team. It was a tournament for the 12s team. And
Mhm.
it was the top teams in the country. They were like ranked like that division. They were like ranked 1 through 50 or whatever. And we went over and we watched. I think it was Team 6 versus Team 12 or something ranked.
Okay.
And dude, the 12-year-olds would have fucking demolished
Just
our
ripped them,
team.
huh? Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
It's wild.
crazy. Like everything is very like one sport these days too.
I know. I
That's how
played
they get
every
really
sport
good, but
growing.
I did too. I did
Yeah.
too. I did everything.
I tried to encourage her to do it, but I can't get her to.
Yeah. Well, it's
Mhm.
hard. The seasons also go almost all year round. Like there's almost always something to do, like in every sport. That's part of the I didn't have it. I mean, I guess I had a choice, but like when, the summertime, it was baseball season. There's like
That's
literally
right.
nothing else going on. Then in the
Yep.
fall, it was football season. Like you didn't
Yep.
have any other, you didn't do in the wintertime, it was
Winter was
basketball,
hockey. Winter was
Yep.
hockey for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hockey or basketball. Yeah.
Yeah. And then in spring it was baseball again. So it was like, or track and field, I guess if you did track. But there was that was it.
Mhm.
There was no like select team. There was no, you know, like we had summer league teams that you could get on, but that was it.
Right.
Like you could
That
do
was it.
summer league basketball and stuff like that if you wanted to, but I mean, not during the year, you know. You were just it was just your school. I played high school sports, That was
Yeah.
it.
I had no clubs. No clubs. There
Nope.
was city teams. Like football
Nope.
was a city team.
Okay.
And
Yep. I was from a
yeah.
smaller town too. Like there may have been stuff in bigger towns, but not when I was a kid. Crazy.
No, no, it's definitely changed. So
Yeah.
you got kids involved in every sport, huh? Are you just like every weekend just running all over the place?
Yes. Especially during like it's a little bit slower right now. This is like sort of this is like the middle of summer, so like everything kind of stops for like August, basically.
Mhm.
But like once that's done, we'll be doing everything, everything. Because then in high
You
school,
got
they
you
practice every day. The younger
do
kids
you
will have
guys do you
basketball.
guys
Yeah,
do you guys split up, you and your wife? Like,
yeah,
one goes and watches these, and then you go and do this? Yeah.
yes. I mean, it just depends on the answer is yes. Um, it kind of the high school stuff tends to be more during the week now, and the younger kid stuff tends to be on the weekends.
Mm,
It
makes
makes it
sense.
like the basketball games or something are going to be on a. You don't have a lot of like during the school year in particular, right? Don't have a lot of
Mhm.
little kid stuff, but yeah, sometimes it's like six things on the calendar for one day. It's like what's going on here?
Is your wife working?
She works with me. We work together.
Okay.
So
So
yep.
there's a little bit of flexibility there. 'Cause that's
Oh,
like a dude, that's
I
a
mean,
full-time job.
tremendous flexibility. We have tons. We do have a little bit of off time, so we're a blended family.
Okay.
So the oldest two kids are hers from a prior relationship, and the youngest three are mine from a prior relationship. So we have some time when everybody's together, some time when everybody's not here, some time when some people are here and some are not. But the game schedules are still try to go to all the games and everything like that.
Totally.
So there's still some logistics there, but yeah, so we definitely divide and conquer when she does a lot of driving for the kids. So I'll give her a shout out for that. But it's yeah, it's super nice. A lot of flexibility, like you in your business, you kind of work around things to a pretty big extent because I don't have a lot of like daily responsibilities. Like I'm not taking calls anymore. I'm not doing any legal work anymore, really. Just run the business, you know. Um, so I have some flexibility too, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome that you built that. That's awesome you built that. Yeah, it's, you know what, as a business owner, man, it's, I wouldn't have it any other way, right?
for sure.
I could never work for someone again, right?
No,
Like I said,
no,
I'm a control freak, right? It's like
yeah,
I need to be in control of my destiny and what I create and all that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't worked for anyone since 2008, so like I don't even remember what that was like. To be honest with you, can never
Good
do it
for
again.
you.
Yeah, super
No,
fun,
no.
super fun.
Dude, good talking to you. Good meeting you.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
pleasure talking to you too.
if there's anything I can ever do to help, I'm always available. Don't hesitate to shoot me an email or whatever. And
Yeah.
if you ever want to jump on a call, always make myself free.
Okay. Love it, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah,
Always
dude.
fun. All right.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Thanks. All right.